I'm seeing oceans stirring, swirling, like moving this water. And although that can seem a little, scary to some people, it's also a form of cleansing, a form of shifting, a form of moving. I'm sorry, I just wanted to make sure that I hit record because I didn't remember if I did. I just want to make sure. Sorry about that. So I see a lot of movement there. Naomi, I hit record, right?
Yeah,
Okay. All right. I'm going to go forward then. Um, and I see again that this is probably going to cause some type of events that could be considered, catastrophic in certain ways. But it's also a form of cleansing, it's a form of change. And at the same time that that's happening, I'm also being told that again, more more temples are going to stir up from the ground. All of these changes are happening, some of which are being created by manipulation from uh, dark beings, and some of which are happening because the solar flares that are coming in are creating a magnetic kind of a stirring also to the earth, and the earth herself is shifting. So it's kind of like everything's happening all at once, and it's creating this sort of, you know, a cocktail of change. And uh, one second here. I'm being shown also an underground dragon. This dragon has been spoken of in many different timelines. In fact, there's a story that I'm going to bring forth from what I was shown in Italy that's kind of connected similarly to this. It's not the same thing, but it's close. So I'm seeing this underground dragon that sort of signifies the underworld and the power that it has, the influence that it has in this world, and how it's moving around beneath our feet under the waters, and creating chaoses that people don't realize are happening there. This dragon spirit or being has, through a lot of mythology, been considered basically a bad spirit, or a spirit of chaos, or a spirit of underground seduction, if you will, and is also connected to really the repression of the divine feminine also, just like you see in the movie with the Little Mermaid, how this underground being takes her and sucks her under. So there's this kind of influence there that is still having power in this world and still creating, just as it has for hundreds of thousands of years, that it's still creating uh, unseen influence on those that are not conscious. It wouldn't have the power that it had if more beings were conscious. This spirit itself, this demon, or dragons. When we talk about dragons, there are dragons that are very ancient beings that are positive, and there are dragons that are extremely ancient beings that are not positive. And so you just have to understand what the story is we're telling you there, and don't have a negative emotion when we bring up dragons, because some are very, very positive beings and some aren't. So in this case, it's one that is an ancient spirit that is been seen throughout history underwater. And it's there for some reason they're bringing this whole water subject up today, and they're also saying that the second moon is also stirring it. So it's creating a swirl of of movement within the water. And this is going to also shift some of the lands I see underground, a crack in this ocean or something, and I see a crack there, and I see this golden light and these golden treasures that have been lost and buried there for a long time, but they're shining out of the water. I don't know if that means that we're going to find lost treasure as a collective. I don't know if it means that some ancient treasures will surface from these shifts. That's kind of what it feels like to me. And of course, they want you to be comforted and to know that don't worry about any of this. This is just, if you know, this happens all the time with the earth and the waters, and the earth moves, lands move, water moves, air moves, fire moves, all of the elements move. So don't take it as a negative thing. Um, and yet it will have there will be some catastrophes coming this year with water. And at the same time, more ancient wisdom will be surfaced, more treasure will be surfaced from it. Uh, she's showing me also these beautiful light, brotherhood of light and sisterhood of light souls who have been also what looks somewhat trapped, like they have been trapped down in the water, but the shifting that's happening, the changes that are happening on Earth, the movement, the awakening, the collective changes energetically that are happening